This is Voice of Korea.
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 Now we begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Here is a mixed chorus. Song of General Kim Il-sung.
Bye.
Here is a male chorus, Song of General Kim Jong-il.
You're listening to Voice of Korea News Now. The Russian magazine Forum number 90 carried respected Kim Jong-un's famous work, Let Us March Forward Dynamically Toward Final Victory, holding higher the banner of Sun-gun, and his historic report made at the March 2013 plenary meeting of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea.
Revolutionary activities of respected Kim Jong-un were reported abroad between August 25th and 27th. The Chinese Global Times, Hong Kong Phoenix Satellite Television, Takung Pao, and Internet homepage Northeast Network, the Iranian newspaper Iran News, and the website of the Nigerian National Committee for the Study of the Juche Idea reported the news that Kim Jong-un, Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, guided maneuvers of a newly built warship.
Karelian Preparatory Committee was formed in Russia on August 26th to celebrate the 65th anniversary of the DPRK. The Preparatory Committee set the celebration period between August 26th and September 12th and decided to organize a seminar, lecture, and other political and cultural events during the period to praise the great leader President Kim Il-sung for his undying achievements in national building.
Seminar and film show took place in Benin, roundtable talk, book and photo exhibition and film show in Brazil, and meeting in Romania between August 21st and 23rd, on the occasion of the 53rd anniversary of the great leader Kim Jong-il's start of Sun-gun-based revolutionary leadership and the 65th anniversary of the DPRK. Hung on the front wall of the venue of the book and photo exhibition were the smiling portraits of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. Displayed there were photographs on the exploits of respected Kim Jong-un. Also on display were famous works of the great generalismos Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, and other books and photographs on the Korean people's success in the building of a thriving nation. screened at the film shows were the Korean documentaries Rifle of Korea, Tower of the Juche Idea, and Pyongyang Today. A message of greetings to Kim Jong-un was adopted at the function held in Benin.
The Nepali newspapers Gorkha Express and Nepal Today featured the 65th founding anniversary of the DPRK on August 27th, illustrated with photos of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and respected Kim Jong-un.
The Peruvian Group for the Study of Kim Il-sungism, Kim Jong-ilism recently issued a statement on the occasion of the Day of Sungun of Korea. The statement highly praised Kim Jong-il for his exploits in Sungun-based revolutionary leadership.
Phanindra Rajpant, Secretary General of the Nepal Association for Support to Sungun Policy, recently dedicated an article titled Invincible Sungun Policy to the newspaper Gorkha Express on the occasion of the Day of Sungun of Korea. He wrote that the association was deeply moved by the Sungun policy enforced by the great leader Kim Jong-il, and that the number of devotees of the Sungun idea is increasing day by day, and many organizations and forums for the study and dissemination of Sungun policy have been formed in Nepal.
Women's Premier Soccer League matches began at the Kim Il-sung Stadium in Pyongyang in celebration of the 65th anniversary of the DPRK. Divided into 4 groups, the best 12 teams across the country will play league matches. 4 top teams from each group will play a tournament to decide final standing. In the first day league matches held on August 30th, the April 25th team won the Wolmeter team 1-0, and the Sobex team defeated the Amnokgang team 2-1.
A new library has been built in South Hamgyong province of Korea. The library is national in form and socialist in content. It has reading rooms, lecture rooms, catalog search room, server room, lending room, and stacks equipped with modern facilities. The library can not only give general and computer lectures, but also supply scientific and technological informations and render itinerant and other services. The new library can greatly help the officials, working people and school youth and children in the province to further increase their political and theoretical level and acquire versatile knowledge.
The Northern Railway Reconstruction and Repair project is rapidly promoted at the final stage. Thanks to the struggle of young shock brigaders, more than 230 objects have been reconstructed and repaired, and over 162,000 cubic meters of railway ballast prepared. The Pyongyang City Brigade has finished thousands of square meters of revetment project and concrete lining of hundreds of meters of railway tunnels. As a result, it carried out 98% of the task. Shock brigaders of all provinces, including South Hamgyong Province, South Pyongan Province, and Chagang Province, are speeding up the project of structures, including reinforcement of railway bridges, and have finished the production of planned sleepers.
Discussions were active on the production and sale of products, joint venture, collaboration and investment between trading corporations of the DPRK, China, and many other countries, and specific results were made at the 3rd Rason International Trade Fair. During the fair, the First Automobile Works Jiefrong Company Limited of China signed an agreement on intention on building a motor production base with the Rason City People's Committee. The Heilongjiang Provincial Committee for Promotion of Trade and many other business firms, trading companies and businessmen also discussed on strengthening the cooperation with the Economic Cooperation Department of the Rason City People's Committee and Korean companies. The seminar on investment in the Rason Economic and Trade Zone during the fair drew great attention of foreign businessmen. Foreign businessmen visited different places of the zone and expressed understanding of the advantages of investment. They expressed sympathy with the fact that, especially, judicial basis laid to energize the development of the zone and the construction of infrastructures including roads, harbors, railways and communications nearing completion constitute the foundation for many countries of the world as well as Northeast Asian countries to make an active use of the geographical advantages of the zone.
The DPRK government gave a reception at the Mansde Assembly Hall on Friday in honor of Mohamed Bolkiahu, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Brunei Darussalam, who came to Pyongyang to visit Korea. Present at the reception on invitation were Mohamed Bolkiahu, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, and his party, and Magdalene Teo, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Brunei Darussalam to the DPRK. On hand were Yang Hyung-sup, Vice President of the Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK, and officials concerned.
A spokesman for the Association of the Victims of the Forcible Drafting of Koreans and their bereaved families issued a press statement on August 31st, on the occasion of September 1st, the 90th anniversary of the Great Kanto quake in Japan. The statement said on September 1st, 1923, a strong quake measuring 7.9 degrees on the Richter scale rocked the Kanto region of Japan at about noon, leaving more than 1.2 million people homeless and over 200,000 buried under crumbling buildings and burned to death. At that time, the Japanese imperialists made public a martial law through Royal Decree 401, creating an atmosphere of terror, and at the same time issued official instructions to the local governors to strictly suppress Koreans and socialists. The Japanese newspapers reporting groundless rumors every day incited hatred for Koreans and atmosphere of group assault on them throughout Japan. At the instigation of the Kanto Martial Law Command, the Japanese imperialist army, police, and vigilante corps members ran about with bloodshot eyes in search of Koreans and wielded such killing weapons as rifles, Japanese swords, spears, and clubs, cruelly killing more than 23,000 innocent Koreans in a few days. But the Japanese authorities, far from apologizing and compensating for it, have not made clear its truth as yet. Japan's correct liquidation of the crimes committed against the Korean people is an unavoidable historical task and moral obligation, and an indispensable demand for coexistence in the Northeast Asian region. The statement stressed that the Japanese authorities must bear in mind that the blood-stained past history can never be justified nor buried, and come out to liquidate the past as early as possible. A meeting took place in Yokohama, Kanagawa Prefecture of Japan on August 24th to disclose the truth behind the mass killing of Koreans committed by the Japanese imperialists during the Great Kanto quake. Present there were Koreans in Japan and Japanese citizens. Projected at the meeting was a film, Hidden Fingernail Scratches, showing the massacre of Koreans by the Japanese imperialists. Then a lecture was given under the sponsorship of the Kanagawa Action Committee for marking the 90th year of the massacre of Koreans during the Great Kanto quake. The lecturer and speaker explained how the monument to the Koreans killed during the Great Quake was erected in Yahiro of Sumida Ward. They said Japan should be demanded for the responsibility for the massacre of Koreans, and called on all to take an active part in the Kanagawa meeting for commemorating the 90th year of massacre of Koreans during the Great Kanto quake, slated for September 1st.
The first secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Chile, Proletarian Action, who had visited the DPRK, was recently interviewed by the Piensa Prensa Independiente news agency. He said the Democratic People's Republic of Korea is a country which is built and advances on the basis of the Juche idea centered on the popular masses, and the country which enforces policy for the people. And that's the end of the news read by Choi Jong-nam and Kim Hyun-ok. This is Voice of Korea.
The Korean Central News Agency released a commentary on August 30th under the title, "Is it equality of all people and protection of human rights?" The commentary said, "Recently, some West European countries refused to export cableway equipment for skiing ground to the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, dancing to the tune of the United States to stifle us. For justifying their acts, they insist that the construction of the Masik Pass skiing ground is for propagating the system, and equipment belongs to the luxuries prohibited by the UN sanctions. Worse still, they do not hesitate to make senseless outbursts that the use of the massive pass skiing ground by ordinary inhabitants of the DPRK is unbelievable, and the ski can be used only by high-ranking persons. The massive pass skiing ground is a mass sports establishment which is being built according to the plan of the party to provide the Korean people and youth and children with more civilized living conditions. It will be used by the Korean people who are creating happiness with their hands, relying on their strength as masters of the country, and tourists from all parts of the world and sports fans. Though the United States and other hostile forces persist in their despicable acts on the international arena with high-handedness and arbitrariness, the massive pass skiing ground will be built wonderfully as a symbol of civilization and heroic spirit of Korea, a country of the people. That was the gist of commentary under the title, Is it Equality of All People and Protection of Human Rights?, released by the Korean Central News Agency on August 30th. This is Voice of Korea.
Here is a meal chorus. We will defend General Kim Jong-un at the cost of our lives. You will appreciate a string quartet. We cannot live apart from his embrace. now bring your female chorus, Fly High Our Party Flag.
간직한 깃발 혁명의 폭풍을 헤쳐왔소라 높이 날려라 우리의 당길 정말 심장 하나같이 뭉쳐 빛나는 맑은 하늘이 이 깃발 세대를 이어달린다 목숨은 버려도 우리 영원히 주체의 단계를 놓지 않으리 높이 날려라 우리의 단계 사회주의 용마루에 길이 빛나라 높이 날려라 우리의 단계 사회주의 용마루에 길이 빛나라 길이 빛나라
Service centers for the people on the bank of the river Potong. Modern service centers have been built on the bank of the river Potong, a river of paradise, one after another, to the pleasure of the people. The Potonggang shop was built in the Mansudae Street on the bank of the river in 1998 or 2009. The next year, the Potonggang department store was built, and then the Potongmungguri meat shop, the Mansugya soft drink house, the Mansugya meat shop, and different service centers built in succession. the great Kim Jong-il saw that modern commercial and catering service centers were built in the Potonggang area and was greatly concerned for their service activities. When the Potonggang shop was built, the great Kim Jong-il visited it and said with great delight that another service center for the people was built. That day he said the Potonggang shop should keep selling fruits and processed meat, so that the streets in the capital city were always filled with people's pleasant laughter. He smiled brightly, saying our people began to enjoy a happy life after a hard time, and the reality of a prosperous nation is seen. Saying it is a will and decision of the party to provide the people with best things, he always called for providing a happier life to our people best in the world at an early date. His love for the people was also shown at the Potonggang department store. The Potonggang department store is a modern commercial center which was built in a unique way with formative and artistic effects. In December 2099 or 2010, Kim Jong-il visited the Potonggang department store and said to the commercial workers that socialist commerce is in essence service for the people. He underscored the need to organize management scrupulously and sell commodities to the people without suspension. Not only that, Kim Jong-il also visited the modern Potongmun meat shop, a symbol of civilization, and the Mansugya soft drink house frequented by many people. The great Kim Jong-il called at the new Potongmun meat shop in September 100 or 2011, the last year of his life. That day he saw sturgeons, ryongjeong fish, eels and terrapins swimming in fish tanks, and beef, pork, goose, turkey, and different other kinds of meat and processed meat on the counters. And he warmly said how good it would be if more service centers like it were built for the people. Giving specific instructions on the service activities, he repeatedly called for letting the people benefit from them. The Mansugya soft drink house visited by Kim Jong-il entertains clients with tea, coffee, beer, and different other kinds of soft drinks and all sorts of bread. Bang Ok-hwa, manageress of the Mansugya soft drink house, has this to say.
이대한 실현과 이대한 장군님께서는 1974년 4월 몸소 우리 총량음료점을 찾아주셨습니다. 그날 이대한 실현과 이대한 장군님께서는
The great leaders Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il visited our house in April 1974. Dropping in at the kitchen filled with steam, they appreciated efforts of the cooks and took measures to supply machines necessary to make soft drinks. Respected Kim Jong-un also ensured that the Mansugya soft drink house was rebuilt wonderfully as demanded by the era. This year, too, he gave instructions several times on the management of our house. Our house draws many working people and foreigners every day. They are greatly pleased with our house. In his New Year address for this year, respected Kim Jong-un gave important instructions on improving the work of the sectors and units directly related to the people's living, so that greater benefits can be given to the people. The service centers for the people built on the bank of the river Potong are warmly associated with the noble love of the great men of Mount Baekdu, who valued and loved the people most and made efforts to provide them with the best things in the world. You've been listening to an account under the title Service Centers for the People on the Bank of the River Potong. This is Voice of Korea.
Now you'll enjoy your female soul in Pangchang, Song of Love for the People.
이유도 인민들 좋아하는가 사랑이 공원 찾아도 인민들 기뻐하는가 그 어디 가시요소도 그 누구 만나시요도 장군님이 천무르심은 언제나 인민이요라 먼 나라 다녀오시며 만나본 인민들 생각 먼 나라 찾아가시며 두고 인민들 생각 눈비도 달게 맞으며 고생도락으로 삼는 장군님이 망초짜리 그곳에 있네 인민이라곤 가꾸려 주체에 햇빛 되셨네 인민이 운명 지키려 성군이 보검 되셨네 별지면 바다가 되고 쌓으면 하늘에 닿을 장군님이 한세 옥조 합치면 인민뿐이네 합치면
Please appreciate a female quartet. Friends, let us sing of the affection.
끝이 없듯 우리를 키워준 어머니 품은 끝없는 사랑의 품이여라. 어머여 함께 노래를 부르자. 장군님의 그 사랑을 충성을 담아 효성을 담아 어머여 노래하자. 우리의 푸른 꿈과 편한 곳, 우리의 희망 나를 큰 곳, 자유로운 어머니 그 품이 있어. 우리의 앞길 잘
Now, you'll enjoy piano concerto Korea is One, created in 1964 or 1975.
Dear listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Europe between 13 and 14 hours UTC, between 15 and 16 hours UTC, between 18 and 19 hours UTC, and between 21 and 22 hours UTC on 13,760 kHz and 15,245 kHz. For North America, between 13 and 14 hours UTC and between 15 and 16 hours UTC on 9,435 kHz and 11,710 kHz. And for Northeast Asia, between 4 and 5 hours UTC and between 6 and 7 hours UTC on 7,220 kHz, 9,445 kHz, and 9,730 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.